All right, you made it. Now it's time to put everything into action. This is your capstone, your final challenge. Don't stress though, it is totally flexible and creative. I have designed 3 project options and you only need to pick one. Choose the one that actually excites you, something that you would actually use in your own work or creative life. Before we get into the projects, I would like to take a second and look back. You have learned how to prompt like a pro, how to analyze data, how to automate tasks, and even build your own custom GPTs. In my book, that's a big deal. Now let's apply these skills to something real. These capstone projects are like mini simulations designed to reflect actual tasks you might do as a creator, a strategist, a freelancer, or just someone who's curious to build something with AI. You'll find this presentation PDF in the resource section. You can use it to help you map out your chosen project step by step or just as your personal checklist. Okay, let's get into it. First project is Project A. Create a custom GPT for a niche use case. So this kind of project can be great for you if you are someone who's creative, maybe a freelancer, or even a niche educator. You're going to make your own AI assistant for a niche task, something very specific. So for example, it can be a GPT that helps beginner photographers learn composition techniques. This can be great for anyone who wants to scale their expertise, build a tool for a community, or even launch a micro product. If you've ever wished you had a digital assistant trained in your specific niche, well, then this project is for you. Now let's talk about the steps that you will need to take to complete this project. First up, you'll need to pick a niche. Just like I just said, the photography example is great, but you can pick whatever speaks to you most. After you have picked your niche, you will fill in the fields. So like we saw in our Custom GPTs lesson, you'll fill in the name, the description, and instructions. After that, you'll write a short welcoming greeting message, so something that will greet the users of your custom GPT. And finally, you will add a simple prompt users can try out. Then you will test it, tweak the tone if necessary, and just make sure it works. And of course, don't forget you have the option to add the file upload. And here's a little bonus for you. You can add the option to upload files or even use Dolly for your GPT if it needs more functionality. Remember one thing with custom GPTs that when you're building one, make sure you're using natural language and not like coding, because that is actually what builds these GPTs. Next up is our second project, Project B. This is about designing a visual product workflow. So if you are a marketer, a designer, or even an indie founder or a product developer, this project can be very interesting. You will walk through a fictional product launch, kind of like a fantasy board game, and you will let ChatGPT help you bring it to life visually and even strategically. This mirrors a real-world product and content design workflow. You will be combining brand story, design vision, and visuals all in one flow. Now let's talk about the steps that you will have to take. First up, you will ask ChatGPT to name your product, describe the concept, and of course, outline the launch plan. After that, you will ask for a branding theme and packaging design ideas. And finally, you will generate a product image using Dolly. It can be a box, a bottle, or an app screen, or just about anything that will reflect your idea best. And as a bonus, you can actually request a product description or an ad copy for a website or a sales page. So with this kind of project, you will notice how quickly ChatGPT can go from idea to visuals to marketing copy. That essentially is a full stack creative workflow in minutes. If you're more into the creative product visuals, you can definitely pick this project. But now let's move on to the third and last one, which is Project C. Build a research report using GPT-4o's real-time info. So if you're someone who's more into analysis, maybe a student, a strategist, or even a journalist, this kind of project can be very interesting. The skills that you will need for this kind of project is, of course, real-time research, summarizing, structured reporting, and ChatGPT memory. You'll create a short briefing report, like a mini white paper on a real-world trend though. So it can be about AI hiring, remote work, or climate tech, really anything that you can think of. This is kind of like a power move for anyone who's doing competitive research through leadership or even staying on top of their field, because ChatGPT in this instance becomes your personal co-researcher. So now when it comes to your steps for this project, you will begin by asking ChatGPT to look up the latest stats, insights, and sources using its built-in browsing. Next up, you will summarize the most relevant findings, of course. And lastly, you will ask ChatGPT to format the content as a report, blog post, or a slide outline. And a bonus for you is you can turn it into a concise summary you could send via email or a pitch deck. So this reinforces the power of pairing AI with human judgment. You will let ChatGPT do the heavy lifting, but you will shape the insights. As I said before, choose wisely whichever project speaks to you most, but most importantly, of course, have fun. And after you are done with your project, take a second to reflect. Look at what was it that worked best for you? What surprised you about ChatGPT's abilities? And what would you like to do next? What would you like to build or even explore? Whether you will create a GPT, maybe will launch a fictional product, or deliver a research report, you just brought an idea to life with AI. That's quite the big win, and that's the whole reason behind this course. Best of luck, have fun, and I'll see you later.